What's up, everybody? Monday morning, my favorite morning. And Schumacher challenging me. We've got 7+5 challenges for Monday morning stream. Schumacher. Alright, let's go. We're going to start it right off. Astrobeat must be sleeping in. So we have black again. Yesterday we played the Ukrainian defense. Literally. He's got d4 on the board again. Princess chess 6-4. Good to see you. Bijak. Yesterday, Bijak, just terrible blunder by you. We hope it's not beer related. Yeah, it's not good to play chess or poker when you're drunk. So, don't fall asleep at the board. Let's try e6 today. But I assume the blunder yesterday was just a oversight on your part. Okay. Simultime. Yesterday was tough. We lost 3 games. The usual suspects. Mr. Slow. Someone on Sound. And Stapvargan. Okay, e6. Now what? Let's try check. Accelerated Nimzo Indian. No, he plays bishop d2. You know, this is weird. It's 4 a.m. Chess Bay 12. It's 4 a.m. somewhere. It's 4 a.m. in Central USA time. Bishop d2. All right. Does anyone know like why would people like smash porcelain tiles? Is there some practical use for smashed porcelain tiles? Because my neighbors are like, there's construction going on in this unoccupied apartment, and they're outside like smashing what appears to be little porcelain like tiles into little pieces. I was just thinking like, what can the practical use of little porcelain tile pieces be? I don't know. You know, does that perform some sort of function? Like, can you use that for something? Why would you want to smash your porcelain tile, like, you know, bathroom tiles sort of, or like floor tiles sort of, porcelain tiles? What's up, Ludwig, Atlantic City. Ludwig von Beethoven. They're making me crazy. They're like smashing them into little pieces. I'm just trying to think like what practical construction use are little pieces of porcelain tiles? I'm not sure. To ask a contractor. All right, d6. Hey, stop smashing those. How's it going, Mr. Sladgie? I missed your streams quite a lot lately. I missed you too. The feeling is mutual. Mister. I prefer to sir. Alright, what do we got here? It's the accelerated Bogo Indian. Ludwig Chess Bay. eBay. Chess Bay 12. Chess Bay 16. Okay, it's literally a Bogo Indian transmission now. Exciting, isn't it? Isn't the Bogo Indian just the most exciting defense? Actually, Schumacher, he likes to play, let's see, the white side of the classical Nimzo. So, like, getting him to play the white side of a Bogo Indian is kind of funny. He would never play knight f3 in a normal Queen pawn game. He would always put his knight on c3. That shows like inconsistency in your opening repertoire. You feel chess as complex and harmonious as music. So that's why he chose Ludwig, because of the composer. We have another Mozart, who's an old friend of mine from Boston. I think he lives in Switzerland now. But he's a master, national master, inactive. Mozart. So you have Ludwig and a Mozart. Beethoven and Mozart. I said another Mozart, but whatever. Beethoven, Mozart. It's all, interconnected. Close enough. I'm not a big expert on classical music at all, so. There is a Sparkle Horse documentary coming out, though. About my namesake. Or maybe it's already out. But apparently, Move 11 tuned me into it, and there's some big names who pay tribute to Sparkle Horse, including David Lynch, one of Bijak's favorite directors. Okay, G4. We're so cultured here. We talk about cinema and music, classical music, G4. That looks like, wow, looks like what I would do. David Lynch is cool. Yeah, there's not too many people like that. Alright. Oh no, the evil chess site? That's definitely a no-no. We don't talk about that here. What am I going to do about this h6 pawn? I guess I have to take. Knight e8 isn't going to fly. What about king h8? Man. e5 sacrificing a piece? That also doesn't fly. This turkey won't fly. Maybe e5 would fly. e5, g5, and then the suicidal knight to g4. e5, g5, knight g4, bishop takes h7 check. Not my big concern there. Damn. It doesn't appear like I have an active way to answer this. I have to either play h6, which is bad. Knight takes g4, which is dangerous. King h8, which doesn't do anything, just doesn't get checked with bishop takes h7. e5, losing a piece. Oh, maybe e5 isn't that bad. Let's see, can we sack h7? e5, g5, then where? Where do I go? e5, g5, knight h5, bishop takes h7 check, king h8, d5, say. Oh man, this is a problem. Well, one other option, which I don't really like. Don't really like it. Masturbate. What do you think would be the purpose of breaking porcelain tiles into little pieces for contractors? Would it be a practical use for little pieces of porcelain tiles? Is there? What do you think? Any particular idea? What about h6? h6, h4, knight takes g4. This is crazy, dude. This is like suicide. I can't believe I decided on this move. Extremely dangerous. You know, he tricked me. I thought he was gonna like castle kingside and play in the center, but he He went g4. Like a young Sladgie. Once I lost to Charlie, Mr. Donkey Hurtan, doing a similar thing with white. But I think Sumahair's version is better than mine. It's the old bayonet attack on the king side. Alexander CL. Well, at least the H file's not open. We've got that going for us. His knight's also not protected, for whatever that's worth. The Digi World. World Digi. E5. Digi World. Digi World Tricks. Oh. That's not going to work. Mr. Donkey. G6. Too slow. Alright. Your ideas are welcome here. Any suggestions as to how to survive this without coming under a blistering attack? I don't like what's going on with this position. I've got E4. Distract. It's like a Donald Trump tactic. Well, all politicians employ this, but just distract from what's really happening. Why didn't you like G6? I don't know. I mean, in retrospect, probably G6 was my best move. I didn't really like it because, you know, it weakens some squares. Then again, so does H6. I don't know. I felt like he gets a break with H5 with G6. I mean, if I play G6, he's going to play H4, H5, and ultimately, you know, he'll have that way to break my pawn chain. But the truth is that I don't know that this is better. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm freaking out, but it looks like white's pieces are way too active. Chess Bay 12 just randomly said, I just spilled coffee on myself on the table. Just randomly said Queen's Gambit decline orthodox variation. Random. Yeah, this is not... I don't really do the Queen's Gambit decline much. It just feels very passive to me. Of course, the Bogo Indian isn't exactly exciting either. Well, no, Sean Pinto, if I had time for that, I would have done. I thought about it. You know, if I do G6, he might sack on G6. And I saw take, 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 Queen takes, Queen G7. But, you know. Yeah, G6 was probably my best move. What's your name on chesscheese.com? I hate chess.com and everything it stands for. I wonder what he's thinking about here. Alexander Chernin. That's weird. He just like disappeared. That's a weird, he just like disappeared. E4. E4, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. E4 sacking pawn. Sakaponda. Truthfully, I shouldn't panic. But I feel like panicking. Knight A7. Good lord, man. Time to panic. Panic quickly. and get it over with. Recipe attacker. We talked about this yesterday. Sumaher has a queen c2 fetish. Which one would you have as your coach? Well, Hikaru is a real person. Beth Harmon is a made-up character. I don't know. That's kind of weird. It's like mixing like non-fiction with fiction. I don't think does Hikaru actually teach people? King h8, you bet. Nobody knows about porcelain tiles. What their practical use is, the construction. When they're broken into little pieces. They finally stopped. The guy had spent like an hour smashing these like porcelain tiles. I don't know what you do with little broken pieces of porcelain tiles. I'm just really curious about it. You know how you can, I mean, you've seen sometimes like tiles that are just pieces that are like glued together. They make like a mosaic. Maybe that's what it is. Alright. What? Oh, d4. Look, Mom, no forks. I'm crazy with the stupid moves. He ignored it. Wow. Alright. Alright. Pawn wall. The wall. I was definitely like worse. I'm pretty sure. This wasn't pretty. Watch the e7. I mean f7. What square is that again? Bishop h5. Jeez. Gonna have the ultimate pawn structure soon. Uber Tetris. Gotta love this pawn chain. That's like the mother of all pawn chains. Really trying to get forked on f7. He's still coming up with threats. This goes beyond pawn diamond. What a game. We eventually got him. Yeah, I bet you have kangaroo defense. Wow. Man, G4 looked like a strong move to me. Megaranto Carlson 2022. Man, who's your daddy? I should castle later. There's no reason to rush with castling. I'm supposed to play e5. Alright, castle's a little too early there. Bishop d3 novelty. I really waited on this e5 too long. Damn, g4. G4 is exclamation. Yeah, g6 is my best move. I thought forever here. For good reason. g4 exclamation. This is a tough position for black. The guy actually, this player actually won with knight takes g4. Yeah, I mean, this kangaroo defense is sort of made up. I mean, I thought this was the carries. This was the carries defense. I don't trust these. You know, by the way, do not trust this, like, Wikipedia chess openings names. I refer to this as the carries defense. e6, bishop b4 check. That's bullshit. The kangaroo. All right. The Estonian Grandmaster Paul Keres was the first really great player to play this, and it deserves to carry his name. Maybe Alyakin played it. You know, I don't remember. Not sure. But we'll see one day. Next game. Let's take some challenges. Curious. Paul. Down for a game. Yeah, I'm in big trouble after g4. And I know it, you know. So h6 is probably bad. I should have played g6. But I'm afraid I'm just giving you like a kind of lever if I play g6. There's no easy answer here. Like, nothing was good. There's literally no good move for black. Maybe he made a mistake by playing g5. Rook g1 was best. See, that's a good move because you prevent knight g4. Here I'm thinking, oh, okay, if he plays h4, I play knight takes g4, and I'm going to try to hold on to it with maybe h5. We have a lot of options. But rook g1 doesn't really leave me with, you know, now, okay, you take your rook off the h file, and the other one doesn't really have a place to go, but the threat of h4, g5 is so strong. Yeah, you didn't play it right after you got a good position. Quad rat. Alright. Quad rats make me think of, quads make me think of quadrangular tournaments. a4 and rook a5. Yeah, like, at that point, you know, by the time, I mean, I'm just like crushing him later. He misplayed his attack. Chess-based founder was the first engine cheat? Really? Was Friedrich known to cheat with the engine? Or are you just making that up? Technically, this is a variation, but I never liked it for black. Does d4 or c3? He looks knight f6. What do I do? You know, I've got to play this. You guess Acerbeat never makes things up. Damn, yeah, we need the way back machine. I wouldn't be surprised if a developer of chess, chess products might have been like cheating in online chess. I mean, that wouldn't be completely surprising, testing and whatnot. I don't know, man. Acerbeat says some weird stuff sometimes. For the most part, he's truthful. But he also believes conspiracy theories and stuff. He means to be truthful. It's not like Alex Jones or something. He's not like saying lies, knowing that they're untrue. He just doesn't know any better. I mean, maybe this is bishop b5 check, transposition or something. Black gets this sort of standard counterplay against c4. What would Wesley So do? What am I going to do about that? Seriously, I'm making it easy for him here. Yeah. Well, anyway, there was this article in the New York Times yesterday, or I don't remember, some major thing, and the question is like $1 billion lawsuit against Alex Jones gonna stop people from... The point of the article was, is this sort of judgment gonna stop people from doing conspiracy theory, trying to make money off conspiracy theories? And that's the question, It's not clear if this will stop people. It's not that easy. How do you stop conspiracy theorists who are, is some legal judgment really going to stop them? It's not so easy. It's really complicated. I got bored of the article halfway through and had to stop reading it, but it was kind of like a philosophical take on other ways that we can as a society, try to stop conspiracy theories from taking over the world. Alex Jones is just an example. I mean, I'm talking about, because of Acerbeat, he likes conspiracy theory stuff, not really malicious stuff, He has conspiracy theories about Frederick Friedel, the founder of ChessBase. I think Frederick Friedel is just an old guy who probably, didn't invest enough money in his company and didn't really pay attention when, some random guy from Brazil is selling his fake products through ChessBase or whatever. I think the guy's just an old guy and he's out of touch and, just been cashing the checks at the bank for the last 20 years. I would never buy a ChessBase product for sure. I think they've been out of touch. But there's no competitors. You have a market where there's no other chess product competitors. It's not what is it called? Chessable is a competitor for ChessBase or something. I mean, maybe Chessable is sort of the future of online chess preparation or something. But it wasn't created as a model like that. But what do you do if you are serious about studying chess and ChessBase sucks? What are you supposed to do? As bad as chess base sucks, I bet like all the top grandmasters still use it, which is really sad, right? I haven't like. I mean, I'm like I haven't had chess base installed on a computer in the last two computers I bought. It's that old. It's just hopeless, and it was like a freaking cave people were like using chess base. The chess, what's it called? Chess 24. The Magnus Group bought Chessable. Yeah. But I'm hearing rumors now about. I heard a rumor yesterday about maybe the chess.com purchase of Chess 24 or Magnus Group has run into some problems. I have to get some info on what's going on there. I don't know from a reliable source what's happening with that. Wait, I had 97? Oh shit. Let's see. 97, king h8, rook takes d2, rook e8, rook ce8. Knight d5, pawn d5, knight takes e4. Well, he has knight takes e4, but I don't know. I have to confess that it's early in the morning, Uber driver, and I forgot. Honestly, don't know if I forgot. I mean, I don't think I realized. It's early in the morning, and of course I would normally play it. But I have to calculate it, you know. Sometimes black gives up that pawn and then gets it back. In this particular instance, though, Magnus owns Chessable, right? Dude, who knows? I mean, Magnus probably owns like 9% or something. No, not Magnus. I mean, the Magnus Group, you know, which is this like corporate entity that I guess is publicly traded. I would guess that Magnus owns a percentage of it, you know, but I bet it's not that much. Just saying. You know, how much does Magnus actually own of his so-called Magnus Group? I just doubt it's like a controlling, you know. And Magnus is just on it, you know. It's Magnus's name. He's basically like a spokesperson. And I don't even know. You know, how much does Magnus even own of the Magnus, the Play Magnus app or whatever, the original thing? Who knows? You know, is it public information? The original thing was the Magnus, the Play Magnus app, right? That they made money off of. But I'm sure it's probably not worth as much as InfoWars. They tried to sell it to chess.com. But who knows what's happening with that. Maybe it's like Elon Musk and Twitter. I just love talking about current events here. Quadrat 1900. Quadrangular. I can't say that. That's. Black is not threatening anything yet. But will be. It's kind of weird. Like, it's hard to get out of this pin. How do I get out of the pin? Who cares? I keep feeling like b5's gonna get me. It's always something in the chess world. Caps. Excessive use of caps. How dare you? Where is everybody? 13 viewers? I'm like the best chess streamer ever. I just don't over promote myself. Oh my god, did you guys, speaking of chess news, Hans is claiming he's like gonna work his way toward being the world champion. This is the new thing. That's his latest commentary. It's the clown. The World Clown Championship. I bet there is such a thing. Yeah, the guy is like an idiot. Alright. Social retardation. He suffers from social retardation. Socially retarded. That is a disability, right? Can I get out of this pin? Like, ever? Like, ever? I'm gonna start hyperventilating like Alexander Ivanov soon. Is social retardation a disability? I don't know. We'll have to ask Hans. But there are many chess players who are socially retarded. Ilya Smirin comes to mind. I think he was in my dream. Ilya Smirin was in my dream last night. It's weird. I wouldn't have even remembered that. I had some kind of nightmare and I was like screaming in the night. Someone had hacked into my Twitch account while I was streaming. I don't know why that would make me scream per se, but there's certainly scarier things than that. I even knew the name. Wait. Oh, this is crazy. I remembered the name of the person who hacked into my Twitch account while I was streaming. And I tried to do a Google search in the night when I woke up. So, this is so weird. This was the guy's name. Soda Somaring. I looked it up. I was like, wait, if this is like a real person, I'm gonna freak out. But it turns out there's no real person named Soda Somaring. Isn't that freaky? Crazy, huh? Uh-oh, Uber driver. This is a bad idea. Dreams are messages from God. Well, anyway, we can search the Wayback Machine for messages from God. But I couldn't find anybody named Soda Somering. It's amazing that I even remembered it, like, after waking up to look it up. I would have, like, lost my mind if this was a real person. Can anybody interpret the meaning of Soda Somering? I've never met anyone named Soda, but it's certainly possible. I was tired this weekend. I had an all-nighter on Saturday night and didn't sleep enough. Thus, the crazy dream. Crazy dream world. Oh no. In-game masterclass. We're gonna win this? Oh no. Mr. Bill. You took my pawn. I feel kind of dirty for winning this. I even have the right rook pawn if I wanted to. 1972 was a good year. I feel bad though. I mean, there's no way the quad rat should win this. I mean, lose it. Maybe win it, but he was better. Till the bishop ending. I think he's even slightly better in the rook and bishop ending. Probably not. But get in the force field. Google Shilling. Streaming and Soda Stream. Yeah, right. Google Shilling, thanks for being a subscriber. I mean, I almost never remember specific details from my dreams. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time I remembered the spelling of a name and was able to, like, search, you know, the internet after I woke up. This is extremely big news. Getting some serious deep sleep going on. You missed your bishop getting trapped. Yeah, of course. It's lost when you play b4. I think it's probably a draw. Even though you're a tiny bit worse, it's probably not enough for me to win. I have a more outside pass pawn. Not a lot of pawns left though. GM Sean QH RST. That's Korean. I can't read Korean. Alright, GM Sean. Damn, I'm thirsty. Coffee made me thirsty. Soda Poppin has 8.8 million Twitch followers. Is it a hot tub streamer? Wait, what's my idea here? Thinking of something. Oh, I was thinking of the Carol Khan thing I used to do. Okay. French defense for Uber driver. Uber loves the French defense. Oh, dude. Seriously, playing the exchange French, you should be, like, shamed. Publicly shamed. Oh, you used to watch him play blackjack when he was a teenager? A legal teenager? Blackjack? Oh, man. But they've banned gambling streams except for poker, which is, I think, a good move. It's just sick, man. I know what blackjack is, I'm afraid. Sadly. Uber driver's an old school card counter. He used to hang out with Mike Lindell. They're old buddies from the card counting days. Card counting's very popular with like libertarians. Bishop f4. So that's an interesting move. You never see that. He's playing like an exchange caro. But it makes sense. I mean, maybe it's not true you never see this. I mean, maybe this is a normal move. You haven't slept all night. I know what that's like. Unfortunately, I know what blackjack is. Ugh. The last time I played, I lost. Probably the only time I lost a lot. I've normally been fairly lucky, even though I'm not a great blackjack player. I don't even know the odds like perfectly. But I've been fairly lucky in the past. Last time wasn't so lucky. I felt like I was scammed or something. I was like literally losing every single hand. And before I knew it, my money was gone. I don't trust Hungarian casinos. Don't go to Hungarian casinos. There aren't many and they're not very good. You definitely don't want to go to a Hungarian casino. See ya. My dreams are wired anyways. Weird. Weirdly wired. Little known fact. See ya means hello and goodbye in Hungarian. It's an informal hello and goodbye. Sometimes I'm like drifting into Hungarian language when I don't even realize what I'm doing. A game of wild streaks. Flipping coins. Yeah, I mean, I've played quite a bit of blackjack. I don't know, it was weird. But I mean, you're right, I'm sure. Certainly the game doesn't have to be rigged to like lose 10 hands in a row. But I just don't really trust Hungarian casinos. I mean, they're just really bad. Shoddy, cheap. Why even have casinos if they're going to be like shoddy and cheap? They just don't understand. They still don't understand like Western business models here. Supermarket doesn't have like an express lane. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. How difficult is it to realize that an express lane in the supermarket makes sense for everyone? At least they have like, now they've got like the automatic checkout. But I think the supermarket express lane was like probably one of the greatest inventions of the 20th century, though underrated. I mean, you're like literally, it's like 2020 and you're literally like standing there in line with like 100 old ladies to buy like, I don't know, a loaf of bread. Somehow this just doesn't make sense. Alright, I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna play c5. How did I know he would play that? Lukoviak knew express lanes. Uber Driver is referencing a New England chess player who was a master named Bill Lukoviak. He was one of his mentors. I only met Lukoviak a few times. He was like an arbiter as well as chess player, and had an incredible chess library, which he sadly had to give away when he became homeless or something. It was a sad story. Lukoviak. Is that Slovakian or Polish? Does anyone know? Why is GM Sean Grandmaster Speed here? And he's 1600. Is any name that ends in a K automatically Slovakian? It can be Polish, I guess. Yeah, what is this guy's deal? It's just ridiculous. You promised not to use the opening book, right? So sus. I don't know why I keep playing this account. So every single game he plays perfectly, yet he seems to lose every time. I've done this monologue 100 times. There's no way you can be this good and be 43-1. It's physically impossible. Just saying. But never there's an answer. Whenever I say this, he never responds. Someone explain to us how that's possible. Nope, can't explain it. Your performance rating is that of an 800, yet you play you're 2100. Doesn't make sense. Totally doesn't make sense. I'm playing an engine in the opening, and then he starts to play on his own after a while. Sort of the only explanation. It's totally an engine playing this opening. I mean, it has to be perfect play for white. Knight takes g7. I'm definitely not playing you anymore. I don't know if you're trolling me or what the point is. But I really don't appreciate it. Or it's multiple people playing on the same account or what. Wait do you see, like, descent upon loss? How could a player who's this good possibly be 1 in 43 against me? There's no answer. No one can even answer this question. Like, it's impossible. There's a Nazi base on the other side of the moon. I mean, of course. You know, in order to be like 43-1, you have to be 800 rated, basically, right? Unread messages. Queen g4. Queen g4, h4, rook there, h5, queen there. And it's not just so well he's played, look how fast he's played. He's played the whole game like perfectly in 1 minute. But I have countless weird games with this player. Once he like crushed me full on. Game 38. I wonder if he listens to the stream while he's playing me. I mean, even like my grandmother, who's dead and has been buried for like 80 years, would play, you know, and at least like score 1 point against me, and didn't know how to play chess. Maybe I just like lose on time once or something. Masturbate is 1500, and he has like at least 3 or 4 points against me. But to be like 1 in 43 with 1782, if that's your real strength, you'd have to have at least like 4 or 5 points statistically. Speaking of Uber driver, Aspie, you have 77,777 unread emails? Damn, you must have a lot of space. I guess you don't use like Google. They'd be like charging your ass for more space. Yeah, it'd be good to delete some of those emails. You're probably causing like major environmental damage to the Amazon rainforest by having 77,777 unread emails. They need like 10 hectares of space in the Amazon rainforest just to hold those emails. The end game cometh. I'm just happy to be alive. That's what we say every day, right? Rook e2. Oh my god. That sucks. Master has that move. Okay, so I have to go here. Ban farting? Some kids go to school and pour out all the milk now. They protest because cows emit gases. I like how the environmental protesters are like pouring ketchup on paintings and stuff. Because like world class artists are the problem, you know? Why do we have to like destroy Picasso's paintings to protest the environment? I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm all for protesting, fine. But I mean, really? Destroying famous artworks? Or, you know, gluing your hands to the wall of a museum? That just seems really stupid. You're pouring out the milk to protest because cows emit gases. See, that's the libertarian coming out in Uber driver again. God damn these kids today. They're protesting gases. It's still better than destroying like works of art. Man, I'm sad about the cow situation. I like beef. I'm a big beef eater. It makes me sad. We're gonna steal another game in the end game, maybe. Maybe. Not sure I'm winning here. Ah, now we're here again. Clean their bedroom. Eat only Wagyu beef. A monkey? Dude, I don't know how to win, and I'm not a monkey. I'm nowhere near as good as a monkey. As the average monkey, anyway. Better than your average monkey. Yeah, this guy is so sus. I mean, seriously, whatever. No way he should lose this? Oh, okay. I thought you were saying I was like winning. I mean, honestly, I thought I was better, but yeah, winning is a far cry. I misread what you wrote. You know, I thought you said winning with the d3 pawn. You said figures out how to win the d3 pawn, right? Yeah. I misread it the first time I glanced at the screen. Quality versus quantity. Quality is job one. Pawn quality. Wow. 44-1. I was lost out of the opening. I'm curious if it's all like book, because I don't play the black side of the French really. I wouldn't even know if we're playing like a line in the exchange French. Apparently I did something dramatically wrong. So basically it's a standard position until, well, maybe not a great one. Yeah, even bishop g4 is like the main move here. There's some good players. Raichigov, Potkin, Glazirov, Joseph Klinger, Dizdarevich, lots of good players. This bishop f4, I mean, what's up with that? Durabali rated our stream the other day. Spassky played it. Raichigov, Westerinen. Yeah, I mean, it's funny, like, I feel like, right, c5 a la Korchnoi. I'm just not, like, familiar enough. Well, I mean, if I play c5, we have, like, I'm playing the, you know, I'm playing the c4 French with colors reversed. It seems a bit much. So rook e1 is that engine or book? Must be engine. Rook e1 is slightly better than, no. c3 is still, it's up there. They're both up there. They're both good moves. Rook e1, so c5. I played this out of desperation. Actually, the engine likes my c4. I thought maybe I was going too far here. But it doesn't like b5. I've got a problem with this, I thought. But not really. It's like a London system. Yeah, the endgame play at the end. Yeah, it's a draw. Alright, so how does this work? You have rook d1. So I have to take on c3 now, and I have a c pawn instead of a b pawn. And I can't save it. It's a draw. QHR, BR, T, LT, R, C. Alright, let's go. That's Korean for something. QHSRPWJD. QH. Maybe it's a code. QHSRPW. That's his password. JD2. He just like did a random password generator. Alright. No, it was a draw at the end. The F4. Yeah, if you use your password as your username, you won't forget. That's what I was talking about. I had a dream someone hacked into my Twitch account while I was streaming. I don't remember exactly. They were like controlling my Twitch account while I was actually online streaming. And I was told that I woke up like screaming. But it didn't, I don't remember it being that horroristic. I guess he's not here. Every Twitch streamer has that dream. It's funny. I guess I'm a real Twitch streamer now, since I've had that dream. Alright. When is the senior stuff behind? Say what? Beginning. November 15th is the first round. What is today? Exactly, a month or so. I'm playing in the World Senior Championship in Italy. And, alright, let's abandon this game. Chess Kudo. I'm 49 years old. The unbelievable. The youngest world senior champion of all time could be crowned. The only world senior champion under the age of 50, theoretically. Could happen due to a technical. Okay, let's do Fantasy Caro. Good idea. I never remember to try this. Oh, that's a line. So Chess Kudo is prepared. Queen b6 is a move. I think the Fantasy Caro is, although I don't know it very well, it's a good practical choice. I guess I have to play knight c3. I mean, I don't really envision any other move here. e5 is normal. I know there's a bunch of gambits with e5. fe4, e5. Whoops, sorry. I could play knight takes. Knight takes is just a weird position. He still probably plays e5. I mean, can he though? I mean, that looks... Yeah, it's a gambit. Knight takes e5. It's not a gambit. Knight takes looks playable. 4 different moves there. Not surprising. I could play a bishop c4 type of gambit. I don't know, Chess Kudo seems like kind of tactical and tricky to be a Caro-Kann player in the first place. I have a feeling this is literally a move. I mean, theoretically, white is better here. We have a big daddy pawn on d4. I mean, this is something I've really come to appreciate as a chess teacher more than as a player. I always just took, I think as a player, I always took central pawns and the pawn center in general as sort of a, I didn't really appreciate it. You just assume, yeah, the center is strong, the center is important, blah, blah, blah. But I never really thought about it so clearly. When you think about it, it's like white's advantage here consists of, 2 components, really. The powerful pawn on d4 and the station knight on e4. So he's challenging my knight. I hate... Mama says e5. Mama loses a pawn. I mean, I don't see the e5 working here. If you play e5, takes, queen a5 check, bishop d2, queen e5, bishop c3, white's better. If you play e5 takes, you know, what else are you going to do? You don't have bishop c5. I mean, this is a normal idea, right? What do you do, like knight d7 or something? You can't play it right away. Now you think you can play it? Maybe knight takes knight followed by e5 now. Looks reasonable. Knight takes knight and e5 here. Feels like that's that's a normal position. Knight takes knight, pawn takes knight, e5, knight f3, bishop g4. See, he's listening to the stream. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. But we have bishop c4 instead, which is interesting. Fantasy has a lot of undiscovered variations. I'm not enough of an expert to say. But if you think about it, f3 is the least explored of, you know, of the different things that we can play against the Caro Kann, probably. So the answer to that question should be yes. But do I do knight e5? I mean, I'm having Freudian slips. Do I do knight f3 or bishop c4 here? Queen b3 going for the endgame. Not really. I don't know. Bishop c4, pawn takes pawn. He doesn't have issues with the f7. Bishop c4, pawn takes d4. Queen h5. Queen c7. For example. And if pawn takes pawn, he has bishop e4 check. And I'm kind of screwed there. Bishop c4, pawn takes pawn, queen f3 is similar, but again, you know, what am I doing after queen c7? And what do I do about the fact that, like, I need to recapture on d4? Maybe I could put my king on f2. Yeah, maybe I could put my king on f2 in some variation. Bishop c4 takes. Maybe bishop c4 is overrated. Bishop c4. Bishop e7, for example. Seems like knight f3 is more natural. Then he has bishop g4, though. But maybe that's not good for him. Alright. I'll play knight f3, and if bishop g4, bishop c4, I guess is okay. Maybe bishop g4 is not a good move. He can just play pawn takes pawn. Queen b3 is super wimpy. I think that white might be worse. After queen b3, pawn takes pawn, queen takes b6, a takes b6, I have to recapture on d4. He has like knight a6, threatening knight b4, and my center looks flaccid. In that endgame, I don't know. I don't think my center is really that strong. That knight a6 bothered me. I thought about queen b3. But I mean, I have to change on b6, and then I have this, like, problem. Right. Yeah, I guess this is just nothing. I have to be careful I'm not worse here. B center, big happy. Yeah, I messed up. What am I, like an idiot? I could have taken on b4. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. I have to take on b4. At least I'm not worse. Now I'm worse. Of course it was interesting. It was the only move. I didn't realize I could play bishop takes b4, queen takes b4, queen d2. Of course. It's an equal ending. He should have played bishop takes f3. Uber driver said you're not supposed to trade queens against me. Supposedly. And what is this? He has bishop takes f3. Maybe it's not so good. I mean, what do I do? Like bishop takes b4, bishop takes e4. I'm down a pawn, but I can play like bishop c4. Okay, it needs more analysis. I just assumed it was good for black. Now maybe I'm okay. Yeah, but you always get interesting games, at least in this Fantasy Tarot Con. I don't really play it, so I don't know. But I've enjoyed trying it. Soda Sommering. Shoda Wimpy. Uber driver has no idea who you're... No one has any idea what you're talking about. He's making like Popeye references, which I believe I watched in the 70s. Not a lot of our viewers are really familiar with 50s era cartoons. Now what do I do? We're better? We bet. This is a weird move, huh? Prevention is worth a pound of cure. An ounce of prevention. That was one of my dad-isms. But I guess that's why I became a sort of prophylactic player. Alright. No A5 for you. I feel like I'm going to get something trapped. I mean, no, bishop h3 allows knight a6. You know, his knight goes the other way in that position, Tabias. I don't know how good it is, but he has knight a6, knight b4, knight a6, knight c7. I guess I could pin him with rook a1. But I am like a little committed, let's say. My rooks and bishop are certainly committed. B5, extreme. Extreme weakening of black's position. PowerPoint presentation. Shocky. We've got challenge from Hip Hop Checkmate. Too long time control. You gotta re-challenge me to 7+5. Pick up the knight, put it on F4. Excuse me. I guess he boxed out my rook. Rook boxing. Look, come on, no knight. His knight is a hell of a defender, though. To be honest. I saw that. He doesn't have to defend the c6 pawn. If I do like rook c1, it's already defended. Feels like black is in trouble here. Oh my god, man. Such a sick move. I'm really lucky he didn't play knight b4. Not quite sure what I would have done there. That was an amazing, amazing escape. So he misses knight b4. Question is, do I have anything? Rook takes a6 is just a blunder. So what am I supposed to play here? Rook a3? I really don't understand what am I supposed to play here. Rook a3, knight b4. Rook a3, knight b4, bishop e1. Rook a3, knight takes d4. I was afraid of. My bishop's hanging. But I could do some weird move like bishop d3. So I have moves here. Yeah. I was low on time and I thought I had some way out of this. But rook takes a6, just... I'm in big trouble. I have to like sacrifice a piece. Oh, there is a try. Wow. d5. I have to go full rook down. d5, knight takes a6. Oh my god, this is a disaster. c6. Full rook down. Depth 13. I mean, those are nice connected passed pawns. I knew I should have played d5. My problem was that I thought he could play this. It's so stupid. Knight c6. No, he has to take here. I mean, I wouldn't have blundered that in a normal time situation. What's up with the opening, though? This is book, right? So 94 surprisingly is a mistake. Huh. 94 is a mistake. Takes, e5, Sindarov. And bishop c4 was the move. Okay, pawn takes pawn, or bishop e7. Yeah, this is what I was looking at. I mean, I wasn't sure about this. But I thought he could also take here. This is what I was looking at. Queen h5, queen c7. Oh, I can just keep sacrificing pawns like it's the Danish gambit. Okay, wow. Yeah, tricky. Heroku. Where's our other subscriber? What happened to Shaki? He left? I guess knight takes c4 is like a safer line for white. I remember seeing it. I've never played this position before. I think I thought about it, you know, from black's perspective. But I don't play the Caro-Kann very much either. The engine potato. Yeah, we haven't played Alyakin in a while. So what's up with this? Someone played this against me yesterday and immediately didn't know what they were doing. They played bishop c5 here. Uber driver. Where's the Uber driver when you need him? Now, I honestly don't know what I'm doing. That sounds like a popular refrain. We've heard that before. That's also in Bronstein's 200 Open Games Super Driver. That's where I saw it. So I never read my system. Well, as I mentioned before, someone left that book at my house once. I derived Nimzovich from other sources. Well, from his games. I studied his games. I never read my system. Bronstein also has the Double Queen's Gambit. Yeah, that's a great book. I mean, for the analogies, little stories, anecdotes, analogies. Bronstein's Anecdotes, 200 Good Games, it's a cool book. So how does Black play this usually? Funny Bronstein anecdotes. You can read in 200 Open Games. Like, he talked about how, like, Dosudmyrsky would like, talk during the games. Like it was a coffee house game. Things like that. Dosudmyrsky wanted to do, like, take-backs. I remember that anecdote. Serious grandmasters always want to play with take-backs. Frank Marshall was here. I mean, Ulf Anderson must have met Bronstein. I mean, I don't know. Certainly. He had to have known him. I mean, it's not like Ulf Anderson is my age, where I was in the same room with Bronstein at one tournament. But you would think, like, Ulf would have, like, had a chance to know him. Alright. Yeah. Sorry I didn't, like, ask for Bronstein's autograph. But honestly, when I met Bronstein, or when I played with him in the same tournament, I don't think I had studied his books at that point. You know, I think I hadn't read 200 Open Games. I hadn't read Sorcerer's Apprentice. I mean, life is short. You know, you only get time to do stuff. Greed is good. Greed is God. God is greed. $500 Open Games. No, that would be a good one. Sadly, it was only 200. It would be cool if they did an expanded edition of Bronstein's 200 open games made it 500 open games. That's an excellent idea. Chess Uber driver. Chess Uber driver. Chess driver. Bronstein liked to play in Hastings, and so he would play there. He played there a number of times. One of the years when he played there, I was playing as well. I think it was like 1993, but I don't remember. I played Big Eddie. My first game with Big Eddie, where he freaked out and was angry that I drew on the black side of a Curie's attack where he was like killing me. I showed that game on my stream. I was losing. The other Big Eddie. That's when I didn't know your real name. Of course. You probably thought I was talking about you. Have you ever had a really annoying opponent over the board non-chess wise? Yeah, dude. Tons of them. Feet kicking. That's one of my favorite things. What other things do I like? Staring at you. What else do I like? The constant perpetual motion guy that I played like 2 years ago. He wouldn't stop moving when it was my turn. He did all this distracting shit like constantly. But when it was his turn, which wasn't very often because he mostly played pretty quickly, he would just be like, perfectly still. Yeah, I mean, adjusting pieces when it's your turn, it's like a very amateur thing to do. Can I make, by the way, you guys are going to love this, can I make a lichess, like, enhancement suggestion? Is it weird that I want to point my knights the other way? Does anybody else find this annoying that the lichess knights only point to the left? I'm surprised like right-wing, conspiracy theorists don't do a video on this or something. It's really annoying that, you can only have the knights facing to the left. Like, I want to be able to like point my knights in a different direction. I always point my knights like toward the center. And then they like converge. Can you point them toward the center? So there should be different settings. They're trying to nerf down the knight's power. I think it's a leftist conspiracy. Right? Yes, right, that game was from Tallinn. Oh, a game I've talked about was played in Russia. But maybe he meant Estonia. That was part of the Soviet Union. Yes, it was. lichess piece settings. Piece set. But I mean, dude, those knights all point to the left. Oh, there is the crazy knight at the bottom that points to the right. The horsey. Wow. So if I do the horsey, then I get my knights point to the right. That's the only one, though, that points to the right. I still think it's a conspiracy. There's like penguin bishops. No, wait a minute. Was Bronstein born in Ukraine? I don't remember now. Well, that's got it covered. You got it covered now, Chessy bro. He was born in the USSR. That'll cover it. All right, I'm not going to use these pieces, but it's true. There's one way to make the knights point to the left, to the right. I mean, okay. All right, I like 3D. How about 3D? I know the viewers will like freak out if I do 3D. Board theme. Wait, that's not board theme. Board geometry. Sorry. So what about pieces for this? Piece set. They're all the left. It's a conspiracy theory. Why do all lichess pieces point to the left? What's up with that? Dude, they would freak out if you started like a thread about this and the... Just as a meme, I should start a thread. Like, not serious, but acting like I'm serious. And just to like troll the developers. They get all upset. Wait, I like the 3D, but you guys won't like it, so... The angle is horrible. I agree, man. I agree. It's really weird. Canter it. Wow, is that a horse joke? Astrobate? Nice play on words there, bro. Astrobate wants to canter his horses. Is that really an appropriate verb? Next time I see Wernickear streaming. Yeah, I know. He'll ask for that feature. He'll freak out. I've got better things to do than worry about this. Which direction the knights point. It would be good though for a... It would be good for a April Fool's Day, you know, April Fool's Day developer joke. Tell him that his chess side is too polarized to the left. Leftist knights. I had a new idea here. Knight of 3 is not a problem. No, I mean, when I play OTV, I don't know at what point I started doing this, but I always point them toward the center. Like they're going toward the center. It helps me control the center better if I point my knights toward the center. Right? Uber Driver he's trapped in 1972. Dude, it's a good year, but I mean... You gotta move on. Uber driver's having like one long Groundhog Day. He acts like he's 75. Is it too early to play this move? It's never too early. You hadn't even started collecting Raleigh Finger baseball cards yet. Well, I did. Actually, I hadn't. I told you my collection starts with like 1977. My oldest cards are from 1977. I don't think I even have any 76s. I might have had like one 1975. I have a 75 Pete Rose card, but I bought that much later. The Big Red Machine. I think I paid like $30 for that years ago. Baseball cards, though, you know, one of the collectible things that really like hasn't gone up, it's even like gone down. Oh, these are going to be worth a lot someday. And the actual value of baseball cards, I think, has gone down. I was in the hospital in 1972 being born. December. I don't remember too much about the year itself. Oh, so we've been here before. Oof. There's some traps and tricks here. One of Uber's favorite books. Was it this exact position with knight b4, queen a4, knight takes d5? That doesn't make sense. Knight takes d5, rook d1. Knight b4, queen a4, and knight takes d5. I don't remember that variation. What's up with that? I can also play, of course, this must be a different position. Boris allowed knight takes e3. Obviously a completely different position. Yeah, I mean, like, nobody in my school, not too many people were into like collecting cards. I basically did it on my own. I think I had like maybe one other friend who ever really like collected baseball cards. Interesting to read about Bronstein's life. Where was he born again? I forgot. He wasn't like born in Odessa or something, was he? Outside Kiev. So I was right about Ukraine. But you know, like my friend Igor Foigl would say, if you asked him if he's a Ukrainian, he'd say, "What? I am a Jew." I'm like, okay. I get it, but I was just, curious about your, like, citizenship. Being a Jew it's like a religion and a race, but it's not a nationality. Unless you live in Israel and then you're Israeli. All right. Rook c1. That pawn on d5, those pawns look, like they're kind of lonely here. Am I too late for game 7? I don't know, but Hans Niemann is going to be world champion, he says. I'd like to get some odds on that. Dynamic, yet possibly lost. I mean, I could just play bishop takes c3. I tell everybody, like, you have to always remember to lock your door. That's a question mark. Oh, man, I need glasses. That's so crazy, man. I need the glasses. Glasses, please. Bishop f5. I don't think this is a good move. Okay. I got my permission slip from Acerbate. The central pawn's just too important. I'm cashing in here. Man, I really thought it was a 7. I just won't get glasses. I'm already having, like, old complex. I used to have good vision. Oh, my old ophthalmologist is still alive. The last time I saw an eye doctor was literally like 20 years ago. And I was thinking, like, I wonder if he's still alive. And then John Curto died, and the guy had posted on John's, the link about John passing away, that he was sorry. So, if I ever get back to the United States, I can get back together with my last known ophthalmologist. There's that. It's good to know your old ophthalmologist is still alive. Did you see? I have to be careful when I read stuff now. Did see some more than 10 years ago that it was something called Hip Hop Chess Federation. Uh-huh. Well, I mean, it seems like the kind of thing that would be popular for kids, especially. Kids really shouldn't get involved in, like, chess boxing necessarily. Hip hop chess is considered safer, and chess poker, tournaments aren't legal if you're, like, under the age of 18. You gotta think what you compare chess with that's safe for children. Gambling and boxing, kind of not really recommended. Hip hop is okay. At what age should my child start boxing? What's the ideal? I'm gonna do like a Google search. At what age is the best age for my child to start his boxing career? The English I am, what? Promoting some stupid chess boxing event currently? English I am. They probably have a good. They have a good amount of people who are willing to like bash their heads in. Have a pint after the match, mate. The commentator, what's his name? He shaves his head. Oh boy. I'm only coming up with Lawrence Trent. Who's in English I am who's a commentator? I wasn't aware he shaved his head though. That's new to me. New to you. Wow, hip hop checkmate. Going after the G pawn. F6 G5 not really a good idea. I didn't pick Lawrence Trent for a shaved hair guy, but I guess, you know. What? Why am I a sleaze bag? I'm just centralizing my queen. I didn't win a piece or anything. But I do have rook e2. If only I had a rook here. The entire point is like prevent him from playing. It's to prevent him from playing g4, you know. This is a totally positional plan. I wanted to play f6 and g5 a long time ago. Yeah, 6 months ago he had hair. Now his dome has 0 hair. Dome. Dome. Oh no. No, I don't know Lawrence Trent. I never met him. I don't know much about him. Just I knew that he did stuff on like Chess24 or whatever. What other English comes to mind? Robert Bellin. There's a player I've never seen in real life. Every day we hear about Robert Bellin. You know, it's like some people, it's probably not a good idea to start taking up like chess boxing, but despite the cranial sort of concussion damage and whatever, I imagine with some people it might actually make them smarter. Like Herschel Walker. Chess boxing could improve his mental capability. Yeah, it's kind of like when you shake like a broken radio and it might start working. I mean, basically the same as getting like a lobotomy. Maybe something will start working again. I mean, he had a lot of concussions. So what's little boxing? What's the difference? Right? The Fonz. I love the Fonz reference. You'd expect that to come from like Uber driver. Pin it and win it. Always like trade down, make it simple. Go around the long way. It's your only chance over here. Or the sneaky like bloogie like G5. Yeah, I mean, what's up with the Aliakin line? Is that... What's up with D5? Oh, keep it simple, stupid. Wow. Glidora Liang. So I'm supposed to play Bishop G4. I knew that. But it's just, I don't play the Aliakin much. Queen A4 first, of course. I've played this before. Yeah, this is my... I've had this game a couple times. Queen A4 first, and I can't take on D4. Then I get pinned. So A Wand or Liang. How bad is this for black? A Wonder. That's terrible. Right? It's an Uber driver level joke. I wonder how bad this is for black. I don't trash it. I just heard that from Lev Sakis. He said. He was making fun of Baburin's opening repertoire. I wonder how bad this is. I love you, Viktor Orban. Jesus Christ. Wow. Yeah, what is Glidora doing here, actually? Black lost this position. Can someone explain to me? Rook F D1. Wow. It's really crazy. The guy has knight takes F3 check, king G2, and knight E5. Up a pawn in an endgame. And he didn't play it? Wow. Glidora is a Hungarian. He was on my team 1 year. Briefly. Alright. Anyway, whatever. Quadrat, already played. Learning chess, blah, 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 blah. Rated, no. 7-2, no. We gotta go. I've got time for one more game. Learning chess, Quadrat. Alright, this guy. Does he have enough games? Alright. Last person, Quadrat. I would play you if there was no other players, but we already played one. I love you, Viktor Orban. No. Viktor Orban claims that the only way to solve the war in Ukraine is with Donald Trump, is the only one that can. He's made a lot of dumb statements, but I mean, this is like the dumbest thing I ever heard. I mean, seriously, dude. That's embarrassing. Oh, Lennox Lewis, of course. Lennox Lewis loves chess. Definitely. Don't hear much about Lennox Lewis. Is he like still around? Most boxers seem to get exploited and like lose all their money pretty quickly. But he seemed like a very intelligent guy for, you know, a world championship level boxer. I remember that he played chess. I haven't heard anything about Lennox Lewis. Years. Of course, maybe if you live in the UK. I do read BBC News every day, though. For whatever that's worth. If anything was happening with Lennox Lewis, I would probably know about it. What's the life expectancy of a boxer versus an average person? Probably not that much lower. Just dementia and cognitive decline. He has a chess.com rating. Ah, of course. Boxer versus NFL player is an interesting study. The London system is banned. Did I tell you guys that? Klitschko brothers. You got to assume that everyone from like the former Soviet Union has to know how to play chess. I mean, I don't know if the Klitschko brothers play chess, but for example, I mean, every taxi driver from any former Soviet Union knows how to play chess. Any former Soviet Union country. It's not like America, where no one knows anything. There's probably, you know, a million boxers from, like, Armenia who could probably, like, hang. Knight takes e4 with the tactic. Knight takes e4. Yeah, those taxi drivers. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4, queen f5, knight takes d6, pawn takes d6, bishop takes d6, sacking a ponda. Alright, whatever. I mean, this is fun, right? It's just for fun. I'm not even going to calculate. The evil chess site. Yeah, they want to, like, associate themselves with anything that'll, like, bring in money. They'll exploit anyone's money recognition. I mean, you know, name recognition for money. Because noobs from the media world, you know, where is Lennox Lewis going to play chess? Like, is he going to go to lichess? You have to have, like, a good chess playing friend to tell you about lichess. If you're just like a noob from the civilized general population, you go to thestupidchess.com, right? Bishop f3. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to play bishop takes f3? That's the question. iChess? What is iChess? iChess is just a like a product selling site. I mean, chess.com had a real playing server, although it probably hasn't changed in 25 years. It's probably still functioning. They'll get my password to me in a few years. We'll get around to it. So what's the situation here? You just want to... Rook d8 just is a problem. I mean, he's got bishop c7. Losing another pawn. Sending spam emails. Yeah, it's like spam kings. Chess spam kings. Demian Lemos. I told you guys they wanted me to make videos for that site. It was all set to go. I was just annoyed that like I had to be on camera making, you know, chess videos and like wear like a, I don't know, a shirt with a tie or something. I was like, forget it. They probably don't pay very well either. Exploitation. Chessploitation. No, I'll just do the videos in my underwear. Speaking of Lawrence Trent. I mean, it's annoying, you know. Then I have to be like conscious of how I look. I'm trying to concentrate on just like the content. It shows you what they're about. Seriously. If the important thing is like, you know, how the video host or whatever you want to call them, you know, dresses. ChessBase does the same thing. You know, we got to see. You've got to see, you know, Daniel King wearing, you know, his polo shirt or whatever. Yeah, I want to be in a wife beater and boxer shorts. That's what I want to do. I want to get Feingold. We'll get Feingold. We'll dress him up like me. Wife beater t-shirt, boxer shorts. Full body shot. Big, like, I don't know, pizza box or something in the background. Where did they steal those videos from? Speaking of Feingold, f6 is a bad move, right? You're a bad hombre. Maybe that's what made me think of Feingold. holistic chess thinking. This guy has no pieces, unprotected. Well, his A2 pawn. The A2 pawn, the B2 pawn. Back rank. I'm just projecting my own insecurities on Feingold. I'm out of shape and taking my frustrations out on an innocent third party. I know where I stand. I don't know, do I have enough compensation for sacrificed pawn here? I was scared he had like queen a4 at one point. When was that? When my rook wasn't defended, I guess here? I guess I have rook c8 there. If nothing else. He played knight f3. That's a relief. I was scared of knight g4. This is not about materialism. Do you understand? I'm trying to improve my pawn structure relative to my opponent's pawn structure. He drinks lemonade. Now wait us. The proverbial rook e1. Akiba. I don't know, maybe bishop h6. Yeah, that's rook e1. Rook e1. Yeah, I don't really want to give up my bishop for that measly knight on f3. But I think white went really astray. Like, he should have played knight g4 and knight e3. Knight e3 would have blocked the e-file and, like, hit my bishop on d5. It would have been I thought this was a much better plan for white. Knight f3 was too routine. You know, now he's worse. And now he's, like, seriously worse. Now he's destroyed kingside. I'm down a pawn at the end of the day in that line. You were... Glidora. I wonder if Glidora would have had enough compensation. Alright, no. I wonder, Leon. Yeah, I mean, is it really worth giving up the strongest bishop in the history of chess for a knight on f3? Yeah, I mean, it's a tough call, isn't it? Well, there goes the e-file. It reminds me of my game with Nefedov yesterday in the Simul. My, Chess Ibra is obsessed with taking on f3. But he's probably right. I mean, you probably have something there. Oh my god. That better not work. That better not work. Rook c7. No easy way to finish him off here. Oh no. Alright. Just out of curiosity, I want to see, you know, the pawn sack. Was it sound? Maybe. Was it the right move? I don't know. I think we're being a little fancy with knight takes e4. Here. Black to play. I mean, if I can destroy his center, then I equalize. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4, queen f5. Knight takes d6, pawn takes d6, bishop d6. That's the game continuation. I mean, if you get an opportunity to destroy the enemy's center like this, Emery. Yeah, Emery and I go way back. Wow, 6 inaccuracies. No mistakes, no blunders. The engine gave it dubious. Queen g4 is best. Oof. Does this just like maybe possibly win a pawn? Bishop g5 and bishop e4. This may win a pawn. This only equalizes. Okay, queen f4, I missed this. I trap his knight on b7. I don't want to trade my bishop off, man. Let's see what the engine says. So I thought for like a minute here. I gotta go, guys. I can't take any more challenges. I thought for a minute here. And came to the conclusion that rook f e8 was the best move. And if you run the engine, depth 15, rook e8 is the best move. Very deep. My rook is hanging, and I have like 3 squares where I can put it. So there's a 33% chance of being right. If I play bishop takes f3, it's probably a draw, bro. You know, that's the problem. Bishop f3 only draws. That's a big fat draw. So, yeah, rook f e8. I was concerned about this and this. Another draw. So if you want to play for a win, you have to play this. Bishop e5, I would assume f6. Oh, queen b3 is the problem. Or not. Might be. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Queen b3 check queen e6. Queen e6, rook e6. It's still... it's still compensation. But it's going to be hard to win now. But that wasn't the position where you like bishop takes f3 later. Yeah, I got a nice game here. Yeah, knight g4 and he's fine. As f6, Feingold will tell you, is always bad. I don't agree, but maybe it wasn't the best move here. Unfortunately, knight g4 equalizes. The main point being he has this oftentimes. Not to mention maybe some incidental tactics with there, but only when I had the queen and rook on the e file. They're on the e file. Yeah, you're talking about maybe here. At some point here. I have a back rank, so yeah, after bishop takes, he has to take with the pawn. But I don't want to simplify. Yeah, I mean, he freaked out. Anyway, good game, guys. Thanks for playing. We'll be back. It was fun talking to everybody. I'm hanging out. We will see you tomorrow night. Tournament. Tomorrow night, fast, rapid, 7+5. 6+ rounds. Can't read my own writing, but I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.